What's going on, moviegoers? If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian. Welcome to SeaWorld Productions. Deadpool and Wolverine and Comic-Con are next week, you guys, and I'm so excited. We will be seated in a theater next week, you guys, watching Deadpool and Wolverine. Let that sink in. We will be in a theater watching Deadpool and Wolverine, you guys, for the first time. I am so beyond hyped. I'm counting down the days, you guys. I cannot wait. I requested all of next weekend on. It is also Comic-Con next week, and it's going to be such a fun and massive weekend, you guys. So please stay tuned to the channel because I'm going to be giving you guys all the content involving around Marvel Studios, the announcements, the possible trailer reactions. It is going to be huge, you guys. But not only that, there's going to be a Deadpool and Wolverine panel at Comic-Con, you guys. This Thursday, not this Thursday, but next Thursday, you guys, before Marvel's big panel on Saturday. I'm like, what do they plan to show? Apparently, it's like a celebration of Deadpool and Wolverine. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman will both be there. I'm like, that's going to be exciting for all the attendees who are going to be there. Comic-Con is going to be ginormous for Marvel Studios, you guys. And Kevin Feige seems like he's so enthusiastic and so excited to share what he has planned for the future of the MCU, you guys. And I cannot wait. It is so exhilarating, you guys. But we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff in this video, you guys. Potential projects that could get announced, directors, writers. It is going to be exciting, you guys. But not only that, we got a small little brief set photo of Peacemaker Season 2. Let's dive deep into that before we get into the big stuff. So Peacemaker Season 2 is currently underway, you guys, and it's going to be set in James Gunn's DC world. But Season 1 isn't canon, which is kind of confusing to me because the Justice League, it's all confusing. The Justice League ended up showing at the very end of Peacemaker Season 1. So I understand why it's not canon, but I really want to know how they're going to interweave and connect everything now that Season 2 is going to be canon to the DCU, because what's his name? Rick Flag? Colonel Flag? I forgot his name. But Flag died in the Suicide Squad, and his dad is in Season 2, who is going to be kind of avenging him. So I'm like, well, if the Suicide Squad isn't canon, it's all confusing. But in James Gunn, we trust, you guys. But in this set photo, it's very interesting to me. You have Peacemaker, who looks like he has a brand new costume. You have the White Dragon, which I thought he died in Season 1, but Season 1's not canon no more. And then you have a third character who I have no idea who it is. I have a feeling it could possibly be Peacemaker's brother, if he has a brother. I gotta go back and rewatch Season 1 because I don't know if I don't know if his brother was mentioned or not, or even if he has a brother. But I'm excited for Peacemaker Season 2. Honestly, that first season was so damn good. It was so good. James Gunn directed and wrote the hell out of that season, you guys. It was such a success. You know, they were like, give us more Peacemaker. He got us to love he got us to love a character played by John Cena about Peacemaker, you guys. Not a comic book character who's overly known. That's just wild to me. But that's what James Gunn does. He gets you to love these characters that you just don't know about, right? And these comic book characters who aren't mainstream. And you just fall in love with them from day one, you guys. I mean, I'm excited, you guys. I cannot wait. Hopefully we get a trailer for Peacemaker Season 2 later this year, you guys. I don't know if DC's still doing DC fandom, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Now, moving on to the massive Comic-Con talk, you guys. So, Hall H is next Saturday, which I already said. Thunderbolts is apparently ready, and they have a full-blown trailer going to be released at Comic-Con. Now, I don't know if it's going to be released online and what it's going to be shown exclusively for the attendees at Comic-Con, but if we get a trailer released for Thunderbolts next Saturday, I will be completely happy. I'm completely fine. Thunderbolts is a project I'm really excited about. I'm hoping to see a first look at Sentry and just how powerful he could be. It's going to be really interesting because this character can go toe-to-toe with the Hulk, you guys. So he is extremely, extremely powerful, and I'm curious to see how they're going to control or kind of monitor his powers in the MCU, because you don't want to overpower anybody like Wanda or even, Vision. These characters have always been dumbed down, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the Thunderbolts, you guys. Moving on to the next topic, you guys. Potential projects that could be announced at Comic-Con next Saturday. So, apparently, no, this is a rumor. Apparently, Marvel Studios is going to announce their first animated movie. I was like, what could their first animated movie be? I mean, could it be something along the lines of What If or Marvel's X-Men 97? It's going to be interesting. I mean, they haven't really had any animated films that have been like over the moon fantastic. And that's from the day of time, honestly. So to do something along the animated films is going to be interesting. The shows have been good so far for the MCU, but a movie, will it be exclusively on Disney Plus or will it be released in theaters? Though I do feel like it would be hard to get any kind of profit for a Marvel animated film in theaters. So I do think if they did release it, it would be exclusively on Disney Plus, you guys, which, it could be interesting. There's so many other projects they can announce, that being an animated series, but it's going to be interesting to see what they pick and choose. That could be the first animated series. So like I said, take that with a grain of salt. It's just a rumor. Moving on to the next topic, you guys, Avengers 5, a brand new title and possibly a brand new actor to replace Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror. Or they could even replace Kang as a whole and go with a whole different other villain. It's a possibility. As of right now, you guys, Michael Waldron is no longer attached to write the film. So maybe they announce a brand new writer and a director. This movie starts shooting damn near what? They said January to March of next year. They need a writer, they need a director attached to this so they can do all of that prep before they start shooting. It is essential and it's important, you guys. It's extremely important. The Russo brothers already knew that they were going to do Infinity War and Endgame out to Civil War. So they were prepping and they were getting everything done. To hire a director kind of in the late stages is kind of nerve-wracking. So hopefully we get some kind of announcement. It would be awesome. Can you imagine if they switch it up? It's like Avengers versus the X-Men and then Secret Wars. That would be a banger, you guys. And I would love to see the Avengers versus the X-Men. I think that would be a brilliant move to move away from the Kang Dynasty, to move away from the Kang character and just do something along the lines of X-Men versus the Avengers. That would be huge. Can you imagine Sam Wilson, Captain America going up against Hugh Jackman's Wolverine? That would be so freaking awesome. I would love to see it, you guys. And of course, the Fantastic Four, you guys, they are rumored to be coming up on stage. I don't think they'll be in full-blown costumes, but they'll definitely make a presence at Comic-Con. And they start shooting the Fantastic Four a day after Comic-Con, you guys. So expect a brand new title card for the Fantastic Four and possibly even, some more casting announcements as well. It's going to be interesting. Thor 5 is a possibility. I know Chris Hemsworth has been talking about Thor 5, and now he drastically wants to do something extremely different than the other Thors because he's done with the bubbly, goofy Thor, which I'm completely okay with. I want to move away from that Thor. I still think the Russo brothers gave us the best Thor, you guys, that we've had out of Thor's entire tenure in the MCU. So I'm hoping we get back to the serious, grounded Thor, especially if Chris Hemsworth is going to say goodbye to this character, because there's so many great storylines you can do for Thor 5, you guys, and they could absolutely deliver it. It could be a possible director could be announced as well, too. What's his name? I know George Miller was like, yeah, I'm down to direct Chris Hemsworth as Thor. That would be a banger. X-Men, you guys, a potential lineup and a director. They have a writer, so they can announce a potential lineup for what the X-Men could possibly look like. Now, I'm pretty sure they've already been in talks with people who could potentially be in the X-Men film. Everything's been in talks, you guys. You best believe Kevin Feige has a bunch of names he's already called and met with people. The X-Men are extremely important, just like the Fantastic Four in the MCU. You have to nail the X-Men. The X-Men are going to be the next big saga moving forward after, this whole multiverse saga. It is extremely important, you guys. So maybe an X-Men project with a director would be interesting. Midnight Suns, a logo, director, and the lineup too. I mean, the Midnight Suns has been rumored for quite some time. I know Michael Giacchino was rumored to be directing it. He directed Werewolf by Night, which is fantastic. I would love to see something along the lines of the Midnight Suns that could lead to a potential Ghost Rider announcement. There's so many great characters from the world of the supernatural that the MCU has yet to introduce, you guys. That would be absolutely wonderful. So Midnight Suns, Ghost Rider, it's a possibility, you guys. I know Ryan Gosling wants to play Ghost Rider, and I would absolutely love to see him play Ghost Rider. I was just watching the first two Ghost Rider films, and you know what? Guilty pleasures. I enjoy them. I really do. They're guilty pleasures of mine, you guys. A possible Doctor Strange 3. I know they teased in the Multiverse of Madness of him and Clea at the very end going to stop the whole incursion. So they have plans for Doctor Strange moving forward, you guys. So Doctor Strange 3 could be announced, and I'm hoping Scott Derrickson is in talks to direct As much as I love Sam Raimi, the first Doctor Strange was much better than the second Doctor Strange, and I enjoyed the second Doctor Strange. Black Panther 3, you guys. Could Michael B. Jordan, not Michael B. Jordan, Ryan B. Ryan, I can't even talk about Ryan Coogler. Michael B. Jordan's on my mind. Ryan Coogler. Could he be back to write and direct Black Panther 3? I know he's currently busy right now shooting his vampire movie, so it's a possibility. I mean, Black Panther 3 is going to be important. Black Panther 3 is going to set the tone, I feel like, for the rest of this Black Panther franchise. I know that they have their Eyes of Wakanda series that they're doing, but that's animated. Black Panther 3 has to be big, has to be massive, has to be really scope to scale, you guys. I mean, part 2, Wakanda Forever, was definitely a big film, you know, but now we have to kind of see what we're going to do with the character of Black Panther. I know that there was rumors that his son could pick up the mantle and things of that nature, and Shuri can pass the mantle to him, and, you know, it's a possibility. I know a lot of fans want to hashtag recast T'Challa, and I understand where you guys are coming from. So we'll see what happens with that. And a possible Young Avengers, too. I feel like they could announce a Young Avengers at Comic-Con next week. But I'll be honest with you, I'm not excited about a Young Avengers project at all. I mean, Miss Marvel, you know, Kate Bishop leading the team. It's interesting. It sounds like fun, but I'm not overly hyped for something like that. If you're going to do a Young Avengers film, I think it should be on Disney Plus, you guys. And then, of course, Blade. Hopefully we'll get some kind of update with Blade, a director. You know, just killing me with Blade, you guys. I don't know what to expect, but hopefully we get some update. Mahershala Ali, don't come out on stage, brother. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Because the last time you did, that was 5 years ago. And you're the only brother on stage who hasn't came out with their movie yet, which is beyond me. Captain America Brave New World, you guys, we could get a possible new trailer only shown at Comic-Con exclusively, because we just got a trailer. So I doubt that they release any kind of new footage for Brave New World, you guys. But I'm still hyped. So they would see some kind of awesome action sequences with possibly the Red Hulk and Captain America. And I would be so jealous. So jealous. Armored Wars, you guys. We could get an update. We could get a release date. We could get a director. The cast. Could Pepper Potts be returning and Tony Stark's daughter? That would be a big, massive announcement. I want to see Don Cheadle return. Just don't canonize whatever Secret Invasion did. Drop that bullshit. Get rid of it. I don't want to know anything about Rhodey that, you know, that wasn't Rhodey, that was a Skrull this entire time. Oh, God, no. It just upsets me just thinking about it, you guys. It was devastating when I found that shit out. I was like, oh, no. So you just, it's just, all of it, you guys. It broke my heart. Shang-Chi 2 could possibly announce, you know, with, you know, some kind of updates and casting announcements. That would be dope. Shang-Chi came out like, what, damn near 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago. And, you know, we haven't seen that character. And he was honestly one of the most beloved characters coming after post-Endgame. You got to do something with this character. It's important. He's a badass. I don't want to see more Shang-Chi in the world, you guys. That film was phenomenal. It was great. Damn. And, of course, you guys, to end today's video, we're going to talk about the brand new Deadpool teaser of seeing Lady Pool and the whole Deadpool Corp of like Cowboy Deadpool, Samurai Deadpool, Kid Deadpool, Head Deadpool, Dog, all of them, you guys. I have a feeling that shot we see, they're all going to get marked off. All of them are going to die. And there's even rumors that Taylor Swift or Blake Lively, you guys, Ryan Reynolds' wife, could be playing Lady Deadpool, which would be really interesting to me because Lady Deadpool is in it, you guys. We saw the hair. It is official. It's going to be interesting. And then we also got a couple of teases, you guys, in that Deadpool teaser. Spider-Man tease, that reference, you see, you know, Deadpool going like this. I was like, oh, don't tease me like that. Is Tobey Maguire in the film? It could be a possibility, you guys. I'd much rather see Tobey Maguire Spider-Man other than Tom Holland Spider-Man, because we're talking legacy characters with this Deadpool and Wolverine film, and Tobey Maguire Spider-Man is all about legacy, you guys. And of course, you guys, the last tease, Ryan Reynolds was spotted doing an interview with Scott Summers' Cyclops' advisors. I was like, oh, that's a tease. I love it. You know, I can't wait, man. All these little teases and, you know, these just, you know, the tickling of the shaft, you know what I mean, for Deadpool and Wolverine. Just, it's getting that much more hype, you guys. And each day it's getting closer and closer and closer. And I can't wait. I am so pumped. Deadpool and Wolverine is going to break the box office. It is going to literally make it like a massive level event like, you know, Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. That's exactly what it's going to be. It's going to be a cultural fan event, you guys. And I can't wait for Deadpool next week. But post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys thought about today's topics. What certain expectations we might possibly see for Comic-Con next weekend, you guys. If I missed out on anything, please post your comments down below on future projects you would like to see announced. Notice I only did movies because D23 shows will be for Marvel Studios. But post your comments down below, you guys. And of course, thank you for taking time out of your day for watching Zero Productions. Peace.